trying to figure out some of the best times to like focus on imbalance, if that makes any sense. Like there are some times in the market where I'll notice imbalance, but the market won't necessarily go to it for a really long time.
Okay.
But in other instances, it might hit almost immediately or whatever. So I guess my question is,
When do you know when it's gonna hit a bounce?
yeah, what's the best time to gauge when it's going to actually go back there, if there is any?
And great question, bro. Like we never know. Like I think anytime anytime I see an area of imbalance, I'm not like it's not our job to say, okay, man, when is price gonna hit this imbalance? No, it's just an area within the market that we're saying, okay, if price has to get back to if price have to do some type of retracement, this is where I need to see price get to. Does not necessarily mean that price has to get there. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Doesn't mean price has to get there. Like price could do anything at once. I mean, it's times where I want a price to get to a certain level, and I was so focused on price getting to that level that I actually missed the other confirmation that was in front of me. So it's price doesn't have to always retrace back to the imbalance. It can probably be at a Fibonacci level where it's a strong area, but there's probably a strong support, and then that's what carries price. And I'm gonna show some examples on that too as well. That's a good question. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
so
Questions.
pretty much we don't have to wait on imbalances. Price doesn't always have to respect imbalance, but when it does, it's a high probability that you want to take a trade.
Yeah, I had a real nice encounter with UCAD yesterday,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and I called it. I called the imbalance. I was waiting for it, but from past history, price just seemed to be neglecting it for like days and weeks. Like it was a lot of imbalance that just wasn't filled up. So I was like, yeah, it's a possibility it could retrace, but it looked like it's gonna keep going. So I'm gonna just follow the trend.
Yeah.
And I
And
did that, and it shot right to my
yeah,
imbalance. I said,
yeah,
"You mother,
yep. It does that, and I think you said that was UCAT.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
you
Okay,
can."
we'll pull that up and look at it as well. Ure says, should we just set an alarm on Trading View to notify us when it does get to that point? Actually, there's an app you can download.
What's that? Now?
There's an app you can download. Where is it at? And you can actually you can do it on TradingView as well. TradingView you can say when you can actually have TradingView email you, right, when price gets to a certain level, you get an email notification on your phone. And because guys, trust me, we all have lives. I'm not sitting on a laptop and waiting for price to get to that level. So TradingView has this notification where you put your email in there and they'll email you when price is at least getting close to your entry um, confirmation. Damn, I can't remember I used to have this app. I used to have this app where it would like I'll put the price in there and it would notify me through the app. But I'm gonna find that if I can't find it right now, I'm gonna put it in the chat once I find it. But yeah, I got you guys on that. I got you guys on that. So when it comes to trading, all right, how many people in here right now when it comes to trading? How many people are who in here is confident with really just understanding, like just understanding, like you could look at the charts and you can kind of have an idea of like what's really happening and what's getting ready to happen, or are you just mainly like, man, when you look at trading view, you're like, man, I don't know what the heck is going on.
You have an idea.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. So y'all have an idea, okay? Okay, okay. So let's let me switch my screen here. And if y'all have questions, just ask or put in the chat. I'm gonna answer to the best of my ability. So yeah, I was
Let me put this on my phone so I can look at my computer.
Greg said UCAT. Oh, man, I don't know if you guys were in that call I did on the last training I did in UCAT. So I was like,
markup for. Um,
yeah, you remember when I told you but I said UCAT was gonna get up here. It didn't. UCAT, oh shoot. I said UCAT was gonna get up here before we sell. Obviously it didn't get all the way there, but if had I been paying attention to this, I would have capitalized on it. This was a good 170, 160 pips off the sell. So now, Greg, what are you talking about now?
So what you on the 1 hour? I probably that 10th and 11th is when price started breaking back up for the
Okay, right.
buy. Yeah, but I was looking at this imbalance here, and for a while it just seemed like all price
Right
towards
here?
the left. Yeah, that imbalance
Okay.
area there. But majority of the price to the left, it just been dropping and dropping and dropping.
Yeah.
So
So you were looking to buy.
I was looking to sell, but I was paying attention to the imbalance that was here.
You were selling right here.
Relatively, yeah. Yep, I
When
probably was.
you saw this, you were anticipating a sell down here.
Yes.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have sold this, you know, that's 30 pips. That's cool. But I think you know, a lot of people where they get messed up is when they put a trade, they don't marry. We're day traders. We're not here to marry trades. So even if I would have sold this, right, I would have got out. Like even if I had the awareness that the imbalance was right here, and I saw this, I'm like, okay, well, you know, well, this looks like it's about to sell. Because in some cases, this joker might just keep going down. I don't know. But we need to at least have the awareness that, okay, price got here and it started creating this weird, like, this is weird to me. Like, that's weird. I don't like that. So once you start seeing that on the bigger time frame, you're like, okay, whoa, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So and if I taught you my exit strategy, bro, really basic exit strategy would have been, okay, if you were selling from here, yeah, go to the smaller time frame, go to the 5 minute, man. And all you need to wait for is a break of resistance.
let's see USD
Once that resistance broke, just get out the trade.
Yep. And I actually might, because I think I entered on the 5 where you have that last trend line. I think I had entered on a lower low, and when I look back at it, I only got maybe like 2.5 pips in profit. And just like you saw, it broke back through resistance and it came back down.
Yeah.
But then it shot back up, and I had.
So for me, if I saw this right, I would have if I saw this resistance for me, I would have automatically I would have put okay, we know this is a resistance. I'd have put it right here. Boom. Okay, we got a resistance right here. And I'm automatically going to the 15-minute time frame. Okay. 15-minute time frame, I'm looking for a reason to enter this trade, right? I want a clean reason to enter this trade. So what constitutes actually entering this sell, right? This is my thought process. So I'm like, okay, well, we got a 15-minute, right? 15 minutes is my entry time frame, right? And I'm like, okay, so I need to find supports. I need to find broken areas of support levels, right? I know I'm already at a resistance on the 1 hour time frame. All these wicks right here, they're pretty much telling me it's not enough buyers to push it a little further down. So we do have to retrace some, right? How far we retrace to, we don't know, right? So I'm looking for minor resistance. I can't really see a lot of I'm looking for minor supports, but I can't really see a lot of structure within this 15-minute time frame. So this forces me to go to a smaller time frame to get the small details that I need, because I already have the awareness that I'm at a resistant in the 1 hour time frame, right? I'm not going nowhere in the 1 hour time frame. We got to come down. So I'm coming down to the 5-minute time frame to look for details to find a reason to sell this market. Okay, so now in the 5-minute time frame, I'm looking at the structure within the market. It's creating high lows and higher highs, right? High lows and higher highs. We can see that our we had a support level right here. Okay, we had a support level right here. Once it broke, we waited on some type of retest to happen, and this was just like a minor. This happened, create some type of resistance. That was his retest, and yeah, this is not a lot of pips. This is not much. 14 pips, right? This is not enough for me to work with. So even if I took this sell, right, 13 pips, I'm like, okay, well, this looks, why isn't this? I'm drawing that resistance, right? Like, just to gauge it. Why isn't this thing moving like I wanted to move? So while this is happening, I'm still going through my entry time frame, 15 minutes. I want to see how the candles are forming. And I'm also going to my 1 hour time frame to see the structure. So the moment I started seeing all these little exhaustion within these support areas, this is a red flag to me. Right? It's a red flag to me. I'm like, okay, well, I don't need to be in this trade too long. Price is creating some type of support. So maybe price wants to get to my balance. And also, once I start implementing my fibs, this whole area is a 23.6. This whole area is a consolidated area. Mm-hmm. So off rip, I probably will not be looking to really sell from that area. Right? You see 23.6. I probably wouldn't be looking to sell from this because I already have the awareness that this is consolidation. Okay. So, I mean, you can capitalize on that 15 pip. There are people who just trade 10 pips and they make thousands of dollars. Obviously, they hired their lot sizes. So you could probably gain like 10 pips. But once you start understanding, okay, well, I'm in the 23.6 zone. We know 23.6, there are two things we can expect: consolidation or a continuation. Right. Mm-hmm. Right? Consolidation or continuation. Well, in this case, that didn't happen. We got some type of support here, and it came to the imbalance where we're waiting on. And this would be a good area to want to capitalize in when the market opens. Okay, good stuff. It's good. If y'all have questions, go ahead, ask. It's cool. If y'all don't understand what the hell I just said, ask. It's cool. I'll explain it.
Appreciate that, bro.
No problem, bro. No problem.
So
I do like that bullish wick at the top, though.
Absolutely. That's good. Yep. That's right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
This says, yeah, this is good. This is good reversal right here. I'm not too fond I'm not too fond of the way these candles are forming. It looks ugly. So I'll probably wait to see some nice candles being formed to really, take advantage of this.
That can be another conflicting thing for me as well. But you might have just highlighted that maybe it's just not a good trade yet until the candles
that's a bad trade. I wouldn't.
Okay. Because I will see that kind of exhaustion at the top, but then I got all that exhaustion at the bottom. I'm like, bro, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I wouldn't even look at the candles. It's all over the place. Like, it's doing too much. It's not consistent. We don't have consistent candles. So, nobody has questions. I'm gonna just break down random charts, and I think you guys should just take away just my psychology when I'm looking for and run with it. Okay, so we're looking at NZD CAD. NZD CAD. I typically don't trade this market, but it don't matter. NZD CAD, man, you're looking at the charts, man. You see all these candles. For those of you guys on here, my buy candles are my blue candles. Excuse me, and my sell candles are my yellow candles. So just off gate, if I'm focused on the price action, and what I mean by price action is pretty much where's price currently at, right? We understand each one of these candles. It takes a month to open and close. We're in the monthly time frame, right? We start out in the monthly time frame to just get the overall analysis, because pretty much what happens in a bigger time frame affects the smaller time frame as well. So we can see the previous month, right? November was bullish, big, nice big bullish candle, right? Really nice big bullish candle, just kind of letting us know it's too many buyers in here, right? Too many buyers in here. That's one clue. That's one thing to look for. We see also here, right? And this is how I want you guys to start thinking when you're looking at the charts. We see here, I'm gonna change this color yellow. We see these wicks. We see all these long wicks on the downside, right? It's telling me sellers are exhausted, right? It's sellers exhaustion. So we see it's telling us that buyers are ready to come in the market. So I'm identifying these small details in the monthly time frame, right? In what this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months worth of candles. Okay. Now in the monthly time frame, I've said in my previous calls, I like to identify relative highs and relative lows, right? So a relative low meaning where was at what range was price the most consistent, right? What range was the price most consistent at a support level? Okay. And when you're looking at this, we're looking at the years, this 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017. I like to typically start from 2016, right? I like to go like 4 years back and just find a consistent support level, right? Where price just had a consistent range of support, right? So this looks good to me. We see here we're 2015, 16 area. Price for some reason just doesn't have enough sellers to break past this area. So this is a relative low, right? Relative low. And in the reverse, I'm also looking for the relative high. Okay. Very simple. Very simple. So just looking at it with the naked eye, we can kind of say like, okay, well, looks like price just wants to get up here. It wants to get back up here. We haven't been back up here since 2018. We haven't been back up this high since 2018. All right. So this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Now from the monthly, I'm just going to the weekly time frame. Okay, weekly time frame. You want to identify the structure. You guys know the structure. You see it smooth, right? This was our last lower high position. Last lower high position, right? We broke it. Price broke it, right? Resistance now became support. Price broke it, and we created a what? Higher high. Right? We created a higher high, equal highs, right? We created a high low. So once you guys start understanding this, you're like, okay, well, we're at a high low, and price just created a new higher high. Okay. So just understanding this, you're like, okay, well, price, if we're going to continue this uptrend, price needs to come and create a high low. Needs to create a high low. And the high low is where we'll look to create that next higher high. So when price gets somewhere here, right? I probably can't even tell with the details on the weekly time frame, but I'm pretty sure when I go down to the daily time frame, I could see where price could potentially come to for us to look for a buy entry. Okay, but I'm mapping this out so you guys can actually have an idea of like what to focus on. You know, anytime you're trading, you always want to look left to get right. I still see a major resistance right here, right? Price is approaching a major resistance. So we still have to worry about how price is going to react around here once we get right here, right? Is price trying to get back to this resistance, come down, and make its way back up and break it? We don't know. We don't control the movement. When we trade, we don't guess. We make accurate assumptions based on what we see. We trade what we see, not what we know. Okay. So if I'm seeing this, I know we're approaching a major resistance. Let's say make this 50, 850. Right? We're approaching a major resistance. We haven't quite hit it yet. I know I'm at a high, right? Within this weekly structure. I know we just broke a previous lower high, right? Because obviously, guys, we were in a downtrend, right? We broke this downtrend and we're moving up. Okay. So if I want more details, I want to do more investigation, I'm going to the daily time frame. Okay. Going to the daily time frame. Looks good. We're creating. We see all our where's that thing at? Where you at? Okay. We see all our high lows being created, right? High lows being great. And all these areas are great, very, very good buy opportunities to enter off of. Very great buy opportunities. Let me delete this. Right. We see, and can everybody see the high lows being created?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. So we see all these buy opportunities. And I think once you start seeing this, is like, okay, how can we capitalize, guys? Trade with a trend. How can we capitalize off these buy opportunities? And let's take this for instance. And I'm gonna get to where we're at. So if we saw this, what I like to do typically, I'll just highlight it. You know, you use these rectangles, man. They're your best friend, right? Highlight it. I know I'm at some type of support. Okay. Some type of support. Let me see if I can. A second. Yeah, let's keep it right here. Some type of support. Okay. And I'll put it up here. I like this better. Some type of support. Okay, we know that. I know support is there. So we want to break this area down on a smaller time frame to see how we could have capitalized on a very, very a big buy. This is 473 pips. Obviously, this took a lot of days, but we're day traders. So from the daily time frame, I'm breaking this down to the 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour time frame. So it's good to highlight where you're at, so that way you can always find it. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. So the 1 hour time frame, I'm looking for clean structure, right? I want to see the structure of the market. I want to make sure I could actually see the ranges of the market. If the market's creating lower highs and lower lows. If it's too choppy, like you can kind of see, it's just too much. It's too choppy. I can't really see it. If you can't really see clean, smooth structure on the 1 hour, guys, it's okay to scale back. You can scale back to the 2 hour, right? You can scale back to the 2 hour. And when these time frames, guys, understand the 1 hour time frame, it takes an hour for each one of these candles to open and close. On the 2 hour time frame, it takes 2 hours for each one of these candles to open and close. 4 hour time frame, it takes 4 hours for each one of these candles to open and close. So me specifically, guys, I like the 4 hour. It has more body. I can see the structure a lot better. We can see we're at a lower low right here. And this can confuse a lot of people. You see how right here, it looks like we got a break of support, right? But mind you, this support level is the daily support, right? So guys, this requires you to go back and forth in time frame. So if you don't see a break of support on the daily time frame, we're not too concerned about price continuing to go down, right? Now on the 4 hour time frame, you may see it, and most people get confused and say, well, it broke the daily support on the 4 hour. Does that mean price is going to continue to go down? No, it's not, because the daily support is still being maintained and respected. Does that make sense? The daily support is still being maintained. I know I told you guys when price breaks support, retest and enter. Well, the support was never broken on a daily time frame. So that's how we knew that that's how we knew that our bias is still a buy. Right? That's how we knew that our bias is still a buy. So now in the 4 hour time frame, only thing I'm concerned about is like, okay, boom. I know price is creating all these equal lower highs. Right? All these equal lower highs. So when do I execute? When do I come in here and execute my trade? First of all, I want to see a break of this lower high. I want to see a break of this lower high. Also, we can draw a trend line. All right. Let's see a break of this trend line. Break of trend line, break of lower high, right? We got a break. Very simple stuff, guys. Price creates a higher high. Okay. Price creates a higher high, and we have our first high low. So, guys, this game when it comes to trading is really about patience. I mean, look at each one of these candles takes 4 hours. This is one of those things you just gotta wait days, it's probably weeks, right, for this move to happen. But it's all understanding the setup. We're trying to look for the most, and we're looking for the best buy opportunity. Now, here's the thing: while everybody's while everybody's waiting for this move to happen, right? While everybody's waiting for this move to happen right here, I probably already entered right here. Somebody asked me why.
Why?
The reason I entered right here, because when I went to the daily time frame, I saw that support was still being maintained. I saw this support never broke. So I had enough confidence to break this area on a smaller time frame to execute a buy order. Does that make sense? I had enough confidence. And also, if you look at, once I start teaching bank numbers, price is right here is at 500. You know, the banks, they respect certain numbers. They respect whole numbers, 80s, 50s, and 20s, right? I see 50s, 500, same thing. Price respected a 500. So with all this information that I have and all this awareness, right? I'm like, okay, in the daily time frame, we still maintain support level. Came at 86,500, 8650. I'm like, okay, wow, it's at 8650. I go in the 4 hour time frame, not to confuse myself, because in the 4 hour time frame, support broke, but we're this is a daily support. This red line, let me change the color. This red line is a daily support, meaning it's a strong area. So in this game, now purple line, you don't want to get confused and marry one time frame, right? You don't want to marry this time frame and say, oh, well, support broke, it should be going down. No. Let's also know what's happening on a daily time frame. So you want to be going back and forth from different time frame. We call this time frame correlation. Utilizing more than one time frames to get to whatever bias that you formulated, okay? So now, with that awareness that I have, I'm like, okay, well, I don't necessarily have to wait for all this to happen. I could already enter the market right here and be up 200 and something pips while everybody's waiting. Okay. So with the awareness of me understanding these bank numbers, write it down. I'm gonna type it on here. Bank respects.
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers, yeah. Bank respects. Whole numbers. You guys know what whole numbers are, man. Whole numbers. 80s, 50s. So these are just some tools to have in your arsenal, man. Bank respects these numbers, right? So we know after what 850 we got 880, right? 880. So guys, the closer you are to these bank numbers, right? If all the confirmations are aligning, the closer you are to these bank numbers, that just means more accurate. Like, look at this, 820. This thing probably wicked right off 820. If not, probably kissed it. Close, right? Almost, it came close to it. So when all this happened, and if I just set these parameters, okay, let me see how the bank reacts to these numbers, right? Now watch this. If you guys been paying attention to my support and resistance video, just how you be like, oh, I see. Now look at this 8500. Let me. Okay, look at this 8500. Did any of these candles? Well, we're looking for bearish candles, right? Did any bearish candle break 86500?
No.
It did. They're testing it, right? They're testing it. So that was my clue. That was another clue. I'm like, right? Also, what do you see around this area? You see wicks, right? You see these wicks. It's crazy. This 86500 was a support level. So I had the awareness on the daily time frame. We never broke that purple line on the daily time frame, although in the 4-hour time frame we broke it, but we're not focused on this 4-hour time frame in terms of major support and major resistance. Okay. Only thing we're worried about on this small time frame, on this 4-hour time frame, is structure. Okay. I feel like I'm echoing right now. Only thing we're worried about is structure. Let me see. Let me check the chat. Okay. Only thing I'm worried about is structure. So I'm paying attention to the structure in the 4-hour time frame with the understanding of what's happening in the daily time frame. Okay. But now, in my mind, I'm like, in the daily time frame, why did price do this? Why did price, like, why did it fake people out like this? Like, what was the point? What was the point of this? Why did this happen? See, I told people sometimes when you're looking at this stuff, you gotta look left to get right. I start understanding that it's imbalanced areas in here. It's imbalanced areas in here, right? Look at this, guys. Look at this candle. This is an imbalanced candle. This candle doesn't. That's an imbalanced candle. This big candle, right? So I'm looking left, like, well, why did price get here? Well, obviously there's some type of imbalance right here. Okay, cool, right? We see price still maintain support. Cool, right? We identify within this area, this imbalanced area, we identify our whole number, okay? 80s, 50s, and 20, right? Price right here tested 58500. So when the new day started, right? This candle, when the new day started, and you started seeing this new daily candle rejecting 86500, guys, you're looking for buy entries. Like what I'm telling y'all right now, this is, I mean, this is not something you're gonna pick up right away. And just because I'm teaching it, you gotta go back test this stuff and make sense out of everything you're looking at. Like this stuff I'm doing, this stuff I'm sharing with you guys right now, it doesn't happen for every, like it varies, it changes for every pair. You just have to adapt and make sense out of it. So with all these little tools that you guys are learning and skills, you're gonna start looking for things and making sense out of it. Not just guessing, oh, well, no, you're actually gonna have valid reasons why these things are happening. So let me further break it down. So we're in a 4-hour time frame. We know we're at a bank number, right? So we're like, okay, well, how do we capitalize on this? Okay. So this area right here, I'm breaking it down to a 30-minute time frame. I'm breaking this to a 30-minute time frame. We know we're at a low. And I told you guys just trade. And honestly, guys, you guys is fairly still new. The smart thing to do will be to wait on this high low for you to enter your buy. But these are for my people trying to make money, right? And this comes with a lot of skills. So I'll break this down to a 30. Hopefully it'll let me get there. This isn't too far. Okay, never mind, we did. Watch this. Watch how simple this stuff is. This stuff is not hard, guys, I promise you. Just gotta train your eyes to see more of it. Okay, so watch this. Now, I'm looking, look how price, look what price did. So we know on the 4-hour time frame, we were testing 86,500 the whole time. The whole time we're testing 86,500. Now I see two entry opportunities here. If I knew on the 4-hour time frame that we were respecting 86,500, I already know this is a strong support area. If I was looking at it while all this was happening, right? So right now I'm going between the 30 and the 4-hour time frame. I'm going back and forth between the 30 and the 4-hour time frame. You see that? I'm going back between the 30 and the 4-hour time frame. Watch this. So if I knew these candles have been testing this 86,500, I'm already looking for buy opportunities, right? So my first initial entry would have been waiting on some type of waiting on some type of market pattern or form, some W. Hold on, 1 second.
Maybe there is another launch.
Huh?
Chavis was talking about another launch.
Okay, that's what's up. So if I'm seeing all this, right, guys, the only thing I'm waiting for is that W, right? Look at it. And within that W, guys, you're seeing a whole bunch of what? Sellers exhaustion. Guys, as soon as this bullish engulfing happened, you already know I'm taking the trade. As soon as this bullish candle closed, my trade was executed. My first order would have been right here. Second order, the most accurate entry will be to see price break 86,500, retest it, and your second order was this. of the bullish engulfing. Now, like the same way I teach, this entry was based on break of resistance. You guys follow me? But don't you find it funny how this resistance automatically aligned with the 6,500?
Yeah.
All right. You see how the resistance, that break, this minor resistance was also a bank number. What happened when this candle fully opened and closed above the resistance? This minor retest happened. This was your second order. So you guys would have had 2 orders going in. Right here, the first order, you probably been up 20 pips. Your second order, man, guys, this thing, you guys would have been up in a few days. You held this a couple of days, you up 130, 140 pips. So I know some people in this call like, well, I mean, every time I look at the market, I never see these moves because, guys, you're not patient. You just gotta wait. You gotta wait. I don't take a lot of trades. If there's anything, I do more of these back testing. But when I see my trade, once the confirmations are aligned, I know I'm gonna make money. So I think most people, they lose money because anytime you look at your charts, you want to enter a trade. You want to make some money because you're looking at MetaTrader 4. Because you got a balance of however much you got. Doesn't work like that. You gotta let the market come to you. Right? So this would be this right here, guys. If we were taking this entry, look at this. Yo, we would have held this thing for this down. We call this a swing trade. We would have held this trade for 8 days. 8 days. 231 pips. Come on, y'all.
This call started shortly.
8 days holding this trade, man. Y'all, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Put a standard, man. Just put 1.0. $2,300 in 8-9 days. You would have made that trading. And you would have had the awareness because you knew where you're at. You had your chart like this. Oh, we broke structure at a high. Let me just wait on the high and low to get created. And I'm gonna look for my order. Right? And I can guarantee you that this next high or low is at a bank number. Let's see, 8,700. Right, literally right, really close to it. So once you start seeing rejection going close to a bank number, you should already have the awareness. Okay, where's 500? Or where's 50? Well, where's 80? Where's 80? Okay, we're between 80 and 50. Okay. Well, what else can we make out of this? I see a whole bunch of wicks. Mike said 3 to 4 wicks creates that support. So a whole bunch of sellers exhaustion. Okay. And we're in between 2 bank numbers. Right? And we're damn near just testing 80. Well, this little joker, like he broke it a little bit, but it don't matter. We're still between 5 and 8, but we never touched 50. We're in 80. So you're seeing all this and you adding all these confluence and all these things towards this high-low position on why this is an actual high-low. And the only way we find out if this is legit, we got to break it down to the 30-minute time frame. So there are 2 things you're waiting on in the 30-minute time frame. I just gave y'all, and this teaching I'm giving y'all is I added something new that I haven't taught. I don't think I've taught this before. And that's the bank numbers. I haven't taught that because that might go over a lot of people's head. So, right? So it's 2 things I'm looking for. Actually, it's 3 things we're looking for within this trade. Okay? Y'all pay attention. It's 3 things. We can draw, since we know we're in an uptrend, let's draw our counter trend line. right? First thing, and I only use these counter trend lines on my entry time frame, right? So my counter trend line, I'm only focused on 0.1, 0.2. Okay. First thing, did my counter trend line get broken? Yes, it did. Y'all see that, right? Counter trend line broke.
Yep.
Y'all please write this down. This is the steps I'm giving you. First thing, did the counter trend line break? Because guys, if we were looking to sell this market, we're looking for this type of counter trend line. But since we know we're in the uptrend, we're putting a downtrend counter trend line. Okay. So first rule, did the counter trend line, did it break the counter trend line? Boom. Cool. Now we already identified our bank numbers. Okay. We know on the 4-hour time frame, we're just testing the 880s. We're testing 80s, and we're literally right here on the 50s. Cool. Okay. So now we're like, okay, if we can even, since price never got to this 50, well, okay, cool. That's not a problem. Let's draw consistent support to where price just kept respecting. Because this whole zone, this in between 80s and 50 is our buy zone. Let's see how many pips. 28 pips. This is our buy zone. Okay. We got an average support. Price is just rejecting. We got our bank numbers, 80s and 50s. We're respecting more 80s. We got a break of our counter trend line, which is a confirmation as well. Okay. But within this range, we still also got to pay attention to our break of resistance, right? Which was that 80. Resistance broke. Boom. Resistance broke. Right? One of these candles said resistance broke. So we wait on our retest to happen. On this retest, the only thing we're waiting for is bullish engulfing. Right? This retest, we're waiting for that retest to happen back at the 80. Hope y'all catching this, man. We're waiting for this retest, right? Price finally broke 80. It broke above the 80. I'm not this right here. This ignore, guys. When you see stuff like this, ignore it. You see how price just did all this drastic movement?
Yeah.
This is news. All this is news, man. This impulse move down, that's news. That's news. Okay. So once that happened, I'm just waiting for price to retest, really fully retest, like create some type of support on the 80. The 80 is our resistant, right? In our previous high point. That's all it is. It's just a true resistance. This is bank numbers. So it's fair to say this was our most consistent support area, correct? On the 80. Obviously, we're not getting to the 50. So guys, man, I see my entry right here, bullish engulfing. Right? Bullish engulfing. We're testing it. Then we finally broke above again and sat on the 80. And I see another one right here. Is this making sense to y'all?
Okay.
And now with the awareness, you're like, okay, once you've taken your order, you're like, yo, this is my first orders right here. Yeah, we're in a little consolidation for a while. But guys, look, you're in little to no drawback. This was what, 20, 23 pip drawback. That's fine. That's cool. You still know where you're at. You can experience a little drawback and panic. You know where you're at. Your stop loss is probably right here, 30 pip, if that. But you still know where you're at. So this would have been your first trade. All right, second trade right here. and you see what happens, man. Straight to the moon. Straight to the moon. We can even come back to the 4-hour time frame and scale it. And you made
Sorry.
Wait a minute.
I had to hiccup.
look at this.
Somebody go get her some Nani juice.
300 and
Wait, I feel like my charts be looking different than yours.
yeah,
We on NZD.
NZD cat, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on NZD cat, and you on. You went back up to the 4 hour. That's why.
Yeah.
I thought I had changed it to the 4 hour. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so
Hold up. This.
I'm glad you showed me. What's the ID for this call? Okay.
And that's for the 8 o'clock call.
Yeah. Cute. So much.
I think Chavis is doing a call.
Should be good to go. But yeah, this is right here is this is the nugget, man. This is good stuff.
That markup right there, that small one, the high low. See, that's the thing. I be trying to do my markups. How y'all be doing them?
Yeah, man. This stuff. You simplify this.
Sometimes it be hard, like, if I'm on a training on a laptop and I'm watching your screen, it's hard to kind of go and do my markups to exactly what you're doing because I'm watching it on the screen. So I had to put it on my phone so I can at least see how to do the markups.
Yeah.
Of while you're doing them.
And look at this, man. This is lit. Because you remember when I said we're approaching a look where we're approaching a look at this. So y'all better respect his bank numbers. Look at it.
The whole number. I like whole numbers anyway versus all of those.
Look at this. 880. Now where does this thing reject off of? 500. You see it?
The 5.
Yeah, the 500 right here, 50. So even with this awareness, guys, we could have just knowing this and know we were still in that zone. We could have capitalized on this still. Watch this. So if we know we're around that 500, this is the 500. Later, we're
Wait, which one? The one at the top?
Where this is 500. We're at the 500. We're at the 550. Boom. Is this 500? 500. Okay.
Oh, that's how you can go in and move that. Hold on. What was that again, Mike?
Just right click.
Double click it.
Oh, and type it in because sometimes I'll be trying to move it and it be going past. Okay.
That's too much.
Okay.
if I knew I was here, I'm like, okay, damn, what's all this? Look at all this major resistance. Man, I know I'm at a higher high.
Wait for me.
This is probably a 38.2 fib retracement. Yep. 38.2, perfect. So if I was counter trading this, y'all, TP1 would have been 38.2. I would have just sold this to 38.2, 160 pips. Now
I was about to ask, would your TP be the 20, like off of that 50?
My first TP will always be the 38.2.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the bank numbers. Like, can I use the bank numbers in?
Oh
in that regard?
But I mean, I only use the bank numbers for entry. Because think about it, 20, and I mean, the 20 is right here. Because you have to look at the bank numbers based on those whole numbers. See, whole number was 91. So between 91, you see 91.2, 91.5, 91.8. Next whole number, 92. 92,
Okay.
5, 90, you see what I'm saying? So it's the next whole number is 91. Next whole number is 9,000. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Not
just
sure.
for me, I just pull out my fibs because guys, we still want to break past this resistance at the top. All right, we still want to break past this resistance. So how would I the way I would have capitalized on this sell, knowing that this area right here was 38.2. This is my TP.
What's this line here? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do my markups.
This is my TP. So this is how I would have capitalized on this. Okay. Break it to the 30-minute time frame, do some more investigation. What's happening right here?
Okay, and you said left click on it, right click on it.
Okay. So here I want to get my trend line. And guys, you want to get a nice trend line where everything is touching. Look at the structure of the market where everybody's just, you see 0.1, 0.2. You see this? How this makes sense? Let everybody get love. Okay. Point right here, touch, multiple touches. It strengthens that trend line. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very strong trend line. See how price is bouncing. Really, I'm only concerned about his first 2 points. It's a strong area. 1, 2, see it through. Okay. So you notice how even when we drew this, everything respected it. Respected it. Okay. You notice how once we got a break, because look at all this, we got high lows, ranging, high lows. You see that, y'all? High lows. It looks choppy, but we see it. That's why I like the because sometimes I think a lot of people they get confused because they don't know where support is broken. That's why I like incorporate this trend line to help you guys more. Trend lines, man. This random trend line, this counter trend line, it helps you out. So if you're confused and can't find the hollow, well, just look at the trend line. The trend line get broken. Boom, it got broken right here. Trend line got broken right here. See, now this is where you gotta be patient. This is where you gotta be patient, right? The trend line broke. Okay. So anywhere that trend line broke, this is where I like to, okay, well, this is my last high low. So when this broke, I'm just waiting on the retest. Yeah, look at all this, you know, you're like, well, when should I enter the market? Right? When should I enter? Trend line broke. Most people are like, okay, well, I see resistance right here. Or I see resistance, but then you gotta count and factor the time of the day you're trading this market too. What time are you trading it? All right, this is what 12, 18, December 3rd, 10:30. Okay, this is in the morning time. See, 8:30. So this right here is happening around New York session. That's why I tell people, man, I don't be doing like all this right here. All this right here was happening at night. I ain't looking. I'm paying attention. Listen, it's enticing, but why would you? And just so I could create that awareness, why would you want to Why would you want to sell this market around here when it's creating higher lows? Y'all follow me? So you got to start looking for clues on why you shouldn't take certain trades. Like, you know, we see this, oh, I should sell. It broke the last high low. And even if you took this trade and you saw price create high low, just get up. Just say, hold up, man. For one, I'm trading this market at the wrong time. Also, it's creating this ascending, this wedge, this ascending triangle. So what I would do is I will wait till that 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8 o'clock, right? So in this case, Ezzy the cat is very, you know, it's weird, but we know this was our last, this 500, right, was our last high point. And even when you waited and you saw this rejection on the 50, man, guys, when you saw that, man, it's patience. The ones who wait get paid, man. This would have been your confirmation. It's a patience game. I know it seemed like it's easier to talk about it when it's happened, but the hardest part is to wait while it's happening. The hardest part is to wait while all this is happening. But once we broke that support, once we broke that trend line, and I was originally looking for my end pattern, and once I started noticing my end pattern was creating high lows, I'm like, whoa. If it's anything, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wait. Honestly, if I started seeing this, I'm like, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait for this next trend line right here to break. I don't care. This is messing with my emotions. What I would did, wait for this to break, and I would enter the sell right here. I would have entered the sell right here. If I wasn't confident, guys, listen, that's 100 pips. Now watch this. Even with this sell, guess what I would have did? I'm like, well, I know this sell is creating consistent resistance. Oh no, let me break this down to a smaller time frame, because I know it's creating resistance. All right, watch this. You guys gonna be like, yo, this is crazy. First thing I'm gonna do, okay, well, let me get my counter trend line. I want to get this to where everything is getting love. Counter trend line. Okay. 1 touch, 2 touch. Right. Once this broke, retest it just to take advantage of this. And we also got a break of support. Y'all see that break of support right here. So when this happened, guys, only thing you're looking for is a bullish engulfing, a bullish variation around this range. Right? When all this broke, this is all the retests. I'm just waiting for a bearish engulfing or a bearish variation. Now, when I'm looking for my bearish candle, these don't look good. This bearish variation with these wicks looks terrible. I don't like it. It's saying seller's exhaustion. I want to see clean candle. Right? Look at all this. I don't see a nice bearish engulfing until I get right here. And this is all waiting game, guys. Look at this. Take your sell.
Oh, I see that.
Take your sell, and you're in the money, guys.
Oh,
you're in the money. And once you've taken that sell, go back to your entry time frame and monitor it. Guys, you're literally in no drawback. You're literally in no drawback. 100 pips, took 3 days. You made a couple $1,000. Right? And you sold it, and look how it smack dab to our 38.2 on the 4-hour time. TP done. You get out the trade. Now look for buy opportunities. Yeah.
I still need to work on my patience, though.
It's patience.
Yeah,
Man.
that's the thing too.
Patience. No,
Cause sometimes I'd be like, oh wait, I need to get out of this.
patience. I'm telling you. Patience pays, man, guys. I just hit 3 years in trading.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I still don't. Sometimes I still got to check myself and wait on patience. All right. So yeah, I mean, hold on, 6%.
You recording this? I'm gonna go back and watch this too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is definitely
That way I can look at the proper markups and stuff.
This is definitely recorded, man.
Wait. We'll be able to find a record, man.
I'll put it in the G. I'll put it in the I'll throw it in the GTI 2.0 trade talk. Well, not trade talk, chat. I'll just post it on there.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, this was a big help, bro.
Man, no problem, bro. No problem. I'm gonna do one more, and we can guess y'all can do y'all thing. And y'all can see this, man. Look at this. Even with the fibs, I wanted to teach the fibs tonight, but
yeah, I'm gonna learn that next time.
It wasn't. I thought more people would show on here.
Well, I know a few people are on the launch call, so that's probably why they. But you did start at 7.
That ain't an excuse. I'm on the launch call too.
Yeah, me too. I was about to say, but you did start at 7, so.
Right. 1 second. We go chart.
Speak on it, Greg. You right.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to make this happen, Queen.
Absolutely. All right, hold on. Let me order this for Josh.
And watch this, y'all. So with the fibs, we know that we're at a 38.2. Okay. And I think I've done videos on fibs too, but you know your PRZ levels are 38.2. Matter of fact, let me.
Are you on a 4 hour again? Hold on, let me get to the 4 hour.
These are your PRZ levels. Your main PRZ levels are in the green. 38.2, 61.8, 78.6, and 88.6. So these
Wait,
are.
Mike, where did you draw that from starting?
Okay.
For your fib?
If you're drawing it on the uptrend, you want to draw it from the high low to the higher high, the previous high low to the recent higher high.
From the previous higher low to the higher high.
To the new higher high.
To the new higher high. Okay, hold on.
All the fibs does, all we're doing with the fibs is we're measuring out where the next high low could potentially be at, come to.
Okay, so okay, wait, I think I used the wrong one. You used the ruler? No. You use the long fib or the short?
Go here, and you want to use fib retracement.
Okay. Hold on. And I had that on here. Hold on, I'm bugging because it's
fib retracement. And your main PRZ levels are 38.2, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6. Now, in this counter trend, right, I tell people don't just trade with the trend, but once you get good at recognizing certain things, guys, you can literally eat in this market every single time. You can catch every swing. Like I said, my first TP was 38.2.
I don't know why I can't find it.
I could have probably, hold on, guys, 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Fib retracement.
All right. So pay attention to this. Look at 38.2. Okay. Does price look like it's ready to go up? Just
38, you said?
I look where price came to 38.2,
Okay.
came up here. Does it look like it's really trying to go back up?
It looks like it's in consolidation. I don't know. It looks like it may be coming down after that. Ouch.
Anytime you want to know, just start paying attention to the candles. Like look at how the candles are forming. Right.
I think it's going towards, it's going down, right?
It looks like it's in a consolidation. Also looks like it might want to go down because you see
Right.
it's rejecting.
Yeah, exhaustion.
Yeah. Okay. So I did look at that right. All right.
So when you start seeing this, you're like, okay, well, maybe 38.2 is not a strong area. It might come to 61.8. Right. So what if we had enough awareness to say, okay, we already closed out our order, and this is aggressive. I tell people just trade with a trend, but if you start getting good and confident, you start doing it. So what's this? Let me put this at. Okay. So you can say, okay, well, let me go up to the 30-minute time frame to see if I can capitalize on this. Right? On this so find a good point for your trend line. Find a good point.
Hey, buddy. Hold on. I'm coming.
Find a good point in the trend line. Right. Y'all see it. You got to break with what? Support. Okay. Break of support, one confirmation, second confirmation, break of trend line. Okay. We got our highest point right here. Okay, price is testing. So what I'll be waiting for the end of this trade, looking for the end of this trade, I would try to I want to see like I want to see another break of another trend line, possibly, right? So all this is a retest. So all this right here is entry opportunity. It's all entry opportunity. Right, all entry opportunity. Right now is ranging, still ranging. I think me personally, I would probably want to even if you took a trade right here, it's still good because you're just in 20 pip drawback. You're ranging. So I want to see price come down. This would be a good market to sell. Come Sunday night, Monday morning, around 8 o'clock. You guys want to be looking to sell NZD CAD. All right. You want to see sell NZD CAD. You want more detail to look for sell confirmations. Break it down to the 5-minute time frame. All right. Break this down to the 5-minute time frame and draw another minor counter trend. Okay. And as you can see, like I just did the example earlier. Look at this. It broke, maintained it. We maintained some type of resistance. We maintained some type of resistance. I'm confident about when this market is going to sell big. So this market opens, it might gap up and sell. This would be a good sell. Absolutely. You sell this, potential first TP will be back at 38.2, which is also a whole number 9,000. And we can sell it here for a long time. So this is probably the play I'll be looking for. NZD CAD.
I'll be going for the short term.
Yep.
Right.
So you can, and when you go here 50-some pips, watch how price, reacts around this area. If it breaks it, then ride this bad boy. And we can, let's see, with my fibs, this is probably, we'll get to our 621. We could get to our 61, negative 61%. Okay, so my TPs typically would be 27% and 61%. Negative 61%. I promise you I'm gonna teach fibs in the next session.
Yes, please.
You guys can get a good breakdown on it. But right here is just this is all pure technicals and flow and flowing with the trends and catching a good flow of the market. This will really help you guys a whole lot.
What was that number you wrote it down to? 92 something. No.
Which one?
On the 1 hour when you was measuring it to go down.
He said write it down to 9,000.
Yeah,
9,000. Okay.
9,000. Yep.
Thank you.
Write down to 9,000, man, guys. This is a flow. This is how you catch the flow. And guys, when you're drawing your fibs, I know our entry time frame is 30, but typically when you draw your fibs, use it on the 1 hour, even though 4 hour is our main structure. But you can kind of counter fib it. I'll explain more of this when I teach the fib portion. But yeah, guys, what I just showed y'all, man. I mean, you back tested stuff, you master it, you keep learning it, man. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to take a lot of trades. You can just go, like, watch this. I could pick a random pair. Let's pick a GBP.
Yeah, I gotta learn that Fibonacci.
This one.
Mike, can you look at GBP odd?
Yeah. Okay. You see, the same thing, guys. Look, the same thing I was showing y'all. I did the same stuff here.
Dang, you already had it marked up.
And look at it, everything.
Goodness.
Everything did it. Like, I looked at the counter trend. It broke it. Right. Well, I did all this in 30, like I showed y'all. And look how I smacked the TP. And crazy thing, guys, I did all this when price got. It's crazy. I never took a trade. I did all this when price got here, and I didn't take a trade. And and
Look at
price
wow, look at
and
it win.
price dropped. I think like 600 and some pips, 600 and some pips in
Wow.
6 days. So this is flow to market. We'll start in a monthly. I'm gonna delete all.
Mike, you like using the XCM over the OANDA? Is that the one? For the layout on the pairs on TradingView. So you know how like when you put in the pairs and it has like the different
Oh yeah, I use FXCM. Yeah.
Okay.
It's no biggie, but it doesn't matter which one you use.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see something. Damn, this is a good. Damn, I missed this. I missed this. Okay. Well, guys, we're gonna break this down. It's gonna be my last one.
Oh, my back.
Enjoy your weekend. Monthly time
Monthly.
frame. So, guys, and you guys can interact with me. That's how you guys learn. Monthly. What? Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Let me take this indicator off.
1 second, y'all.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Hello? What's up? How you feeling? I'm good. Awesome. Listen, if you can, real briefly, just share with the family as well, some of the phenomenal things that you've been able to do in this short period of time. If you want to, you can share your biggest day trading. How long have you been a part of the platform? And what
Okay, G.
you've seen so far? Okay. Well, first of all,
All right. Okay. So the monthly time frame, and you guys can kind of talk to me. And I think since this is a smaller group, I think this is how you guys can kind of learn a little better. So
Yes.
monthly time frame, what things should we look for in a monthly time frame? You guys can just say
What the market's been doing overall?
Relative highs and lows.
Okay. What else?
The overall trend.
I guess that's cool. Okay. What else?
Looking for you look on the monthly, you looking for exhaustion or no?
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Where are we looking for the exhaustion?
Right now I see it at the top.
Like up here?
Right there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep, relative high, relative low. Nice. What else?
Oh well, what you just taught us, the support, looking for support.
Okay. And let's talk more so price action.
Okay.
So what am I looking for here?
That look like what
Selling
you
Consolidation.
Consolidation, okay.
Yeah.
And what we see some type of what?
imbalance.
Support.
Right?
Okay.
So you've seen all these wicks. Doesn't it look like it's
And
more
they're just retesting.
it's more wicks? There are more wicks on the downside than the upside, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just paying attention to stuff like that. Like, okay, well, could this just be price coming here and at some point we want to go back up? I don't know. But I'm paying attention to these little things. But you guys said the right things though. For relative high, relative low, I ain't trying to look too far back, man. I want to stay consistent 4 years back, 4 years in,
Okay.
4 years back to the present. So you look for your high right here and your low right here. Very simple, y'all. Okay. Boom. Okay. So, and I'm also paying attention to price relevance, price action. What's happening here? I see support, a nice support. I want to drag it here. Price is supporting. It's maintaining the support. And we're literally.
Are we at a bank number?
Exactly. Bank number 80s. Whole number 8,000. Okay. So I'm paying attention to these things, and I know if price fails to break this whole number, then we're going up. So I'm keeping this stuff in mind, but I'm like, okay, well, let's just focus on relative high, relative low. Okay. Weekly time frame. What am I concerned about here? What do I need to look for?
What's the general trend?
Yeah.
Good.
Overall trend.
Okay. What else?
You still looking for higher highs and higher lows?
Nice. Good job.
Mm.
For higher highs and higher lows. And we see right now, we're right now at a consistent what?
Lows,
Support.
higher lows.
Consistent support.
Consistent high and low support. Good job.
Yes, I got that right.
And this
Way to go, Ashley.
It does suck.
this consistent support is literally like by that whole number and possibly, let's see, possibly what? 50s. So I see 80, 50, right? So I see 80 is up here, but right now we're now wicking 50. Okay.
Okay.
50. So, but we notice 50 is also it's an equal high low.
Okay.
Right. So we're paying attention to these things and we're like, okay, bet. I see what's happening. But then again, I'm not discrediting this right here. I'm not discrediting this. All right. I'm not discrediting this. This big resistance. So just having the awareness, you're like, okay, well, this resistance is telling me sell. Right. So guys, before this move happened, I mean, I looked at it. Sorry, this never happened, but I had the awareness that 80 was here, and 50 was here. I had the awareness. So that resistance on the upside, this resistance on the upside gave me the awareness that, okay, well, even though I know I'm in the uptrend on the weekly time frame, okay, I can still sell to 80. And I can still sell if it breaks 80. I know the 50 is right there. Okay. So it's all about having awareness. But let me delete this stuff. This is how you want to look at the market. Where's the most consistent resistance and where's the most consistent support area? So on the let me take this up. And move this here. All right, so I'm looking at this. We're still creating high lows and high highs. So we're still maintaining uptrend, still in the uptrend until we get a break somewhere down here. But you want to do more investigation. So I know this support area, right? It hasn't broken yet. This support is a weekly support, right? Look how this candle's forming. Looks like it wants to go back up. So with the awareness that we know price is resting on a weekly support, a very, grand scheme of things, a larger support area. So we know it's a strong area. We know it's right there by our 50. So there's a high possibility that we might look for buy opportunities at some point. At some point, I don't know when. Okay, because we know we're still, guys, the bigger time frame really lets us know the direction of where you're gonna go. Okay. Some people could get confused in a smaller time frame, and some people they marry themselves in the smaller time frame and forget about the bigger time frame. So you have to take notes and like, okay, weekly time frame in a major support at the 50. It looks like it's broken on the daily, but on the weekly, it's not broken. It's tested. This is how you want to start thinking, right? So the daily time frame, I'm looking right now. Things may look weird. Things may look more. We see more detail. We see more structure, right? We're probably like we're in a downtrend in the daily time frame. But the weekly time frame, we're still in the uptrend. Okay, just want to put that out there. Okay, so now it's like, okay, how do we take advantage of this? right? How do we take advantage of this? I'm gonna do a playback, right? Let's back test how we could have taken advantage of this sell to 8.5 and 7.5. Okay. So we knew we were at daily time frame, right? Major resistance. Now, if you know you're at major resistance, are you really trying to buy this market after knowing we've been creating these lower highs?
Right.
We're not really trying to we're not trying to buy this thing, man. We try to sell it because it's more resistance up here than support.
Right.
Ain't no support here, so I shouldn't be. I'm not looking to buy this market. Okay? So now that we have that awareness, we're like, okay, I'm right here in all this major resistance, right? So my goal is, how do I capitalize on this? So, for example, if price got here, if we're focused on this area. Guys, back test, I promise you, the more you back test and make sense out of this stuff, it will make sense, okay? So from the daily, I'm automatically going to the 1 hour. Automatically going to the 1 hour. Now, 1 hour time frame, what am I more so concerned about?
Market structure.
Nice. Now, market structure is this clean? Can you guys see it? Can you see the ranges? Is there any confusion? Can you see the structure?
It's choppy.
It's choppy to you?
Yeah. So you got to go to the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if it's choppy for you guys, all right, go to the 4 hour. Go to the 4 hour. Now, 4 hour, you probably, okay, you can see the high lows, high low, high low, high, right? And you can see last high lows here broke, right? You say that, hey, high low broke right here. Retest. That's very, very, very simple. Retest sell. Oh man, guys, even with this, I hadn't even added my more other confirmations. This was 900 and some pips. You would have held this thing for a whole month. 48 days, a month and some change.
Just let it rock.
Just let it rock. you would have just let this thing rock, man, and forgot you had it on here, man. 30,000. Come on, y'all. You'd have put $5 on this. I'm literally like a 0.5.
Good God.
Put a 0.5. It's 0.5 times. This is almost $4,000.
Man.
Jesus. Wait, how long did that one take?
This took 45 days.
45 days? Yeah. See, my patience got to get to that.
Yeah, 45 days. So, but watch this though. So if we knew, once we saw all this, right? I'm like, okay, well,
I see that.
Let me break this. Let me break this area down to the 30, right? In fact, let me go to the 1 hour. Let me see details. One second. Let me go back to the 4 hour. So the 4 hour.
Is this black line still a bank number, Mike? That's still 800.
So this one right here. Now this was just the daily. This was just the daily resistance I saw here. I don't really. Okay. I was just looking for average resistance to see all the. I want all these wicks to touch. The more touches I get, the more confirmation. I can even put it down here. It doesn't matter, right? Touch, and then you can identify the bank number. That's fine too, because look, it was at 500 right here, 85. That's what we got to 85. Good eye, 85.
Okay.
Right, but you can have that awareness and also say, once we had this, okay, well, what the hell is price going to? I'll teach y'all another secret. Watch this. This is something I used to do, and it's another way to do it. There's so many ways to enter this market. So if I know I have I have, let me make this red. And the black line is our bank number. We have this right here, this major daily resistance line. Now, what I used to do is this: I'll go to the 15. I'll go. This was I used to trade. Well, I didn't used to trade. I kind of like implemented this entry strategy. But it's cool, but then again, I don't, it's too aggressive. Yeah, I kind of like the way I've been teaching so far. But what I do is like, okay, once price got to okay, right here. So once price got to 85 right here, only thing I was waiting was for price to break the daily resistance. The daily resistance is red line.
Is what a red is?
Huh?
You said what a red is?
This red line was our daily resistance. And this black line is our bank number on a daily time frame. So what I used to do was like, and there's people who trade like this, they make money, but I like more confirmation. This works too, don't get me wrong, you can try it. So the only thing I was waiting for was for price to break this daily red resistance, right? We broke it here, somewhere right here. And the only thing I was waiting for was a retest back to the 85.50 to the 850, but within this 850, I was also looking for 84.80. What price is? So once price broke the daily average resistance, I started mapping out, okay, what is the next number? What is the next whole number from 85? And that's, excuse me, what's the next bank number from 85? I'm like, well, 84.80, 84.50, 84.20.
Right.
So once I was like, okay, well, at least let me see price get back to 85. Right? If price fails to get 85, I want to see price reject. I'm already setting these landmines in place. Okay, let me at least see price. If price rejects 84.80, I'm taking the trade. See, this is another way. And this is another way to enter the market. And I'm gonna go back to what I've been teaching y'all tonight. I don't want to have y'all like, oh shit.
This been smooth, bro.
Is it smooth? I bet.
Oh,
so
yeah.
watch this. When price rejected 84.80, only thing I'm looking for is a bearish engulfing or bearish engulfing or bearish variation. Guys, when these two bearish candles overlap that candle, I'm hitting sell. Drawback. The drawback was what? Let's see. Drawback was 19 pips, and this thing literally collapsed.
So, Mike, let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
So up there where you said when you was looking for the 84, the 8400, and you see those double tops. Now early on they told us if you see double tops and the candle on the right is if it's engulfing, then you buy or sell, right? So if you would that matter with this strategy that you're using right here?
This one, So with this one, with this one, this one is a different. I used to study this one 7-figure trader. This is how he trades, man. It's dope, but this right here, like even if you saw the double patterns right here, like watch this,
right? Double,
and look at multiple double patterns right here. There's the manipulation. We just entered off the manipulation, but you got to understand, anytime these manipulation happens, it happens around bank numbers.
Mm.
So when you're seeing end patterns and stuff, like another one, watch this. I don't want to spend too much time on this one, on this type of entry strategy. You guys might like this too much. I know how y'all thinking. All right, man, it can't be this easy. That's watch this. Look at this consistent resistance. that's
Right.
creating anytime you see M patterns, this is price enticing you to sell it. But what if we saw M patterns and we knew we could just wait? What if you saw M patterns and around that M pattern, you just started identifying bank numbers? Okay, we knew that was 84800. So what if we put 84500? Right? What if we put that?
Mm.
All right. So
didn't really
and,
break.
and it'll be great because now what if we said, okay, price rejected this 8500. This right, all this right here, guys, it's all selling areas, right? This is all selling areas. It's a lot of liquidity here. Banks like to manipulate. So even when you saw equal highs, equal M patterns, all that W's, always wait for some type of manipulation. Once you saw this manipulation happen, you saw it was at 8480. You saw it tested 8450. Guys, take the sell, man. Take this. You guys just got two entries. You got one up here, right? And one right here.
Oh yeah, this about to be my
So
yes,
you like this one right here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just take it. So just take the trade. Once you saw that, like, oh, okay, bet. But now, let me delete all this stuff. Now let's see if we can apply all of this with the way we've been entering the market. Right? So we knew, let me go back to the 4 hour. So let's just add everything, right? We can literally add everything. The more confirmation you have, the stronger the trade is. Okay. So we knew this is the 4 hour, and we just wanted more confirmation. Let's bring it to the 30. So we got to do our homework. We got to make this stuff make sense. So watch this. Even with all this, look at this. If we got our trend line, I want to see the trend line. Okay, probably the trend line probably make more sense in the 1 hour. Okay, even if we got our trend line, and we had it like this, right? Look at this, y'all. Even if we said, okay, this earlier entry, you see how it was more so aggressive. So if we missed that, if we missed all that move, and you had your trend line to 1 hour, guys, look at this. I still told y'all, we're this red candle right here, this red support area was also our daily average resistance.
Right.
Okay. It was still our daily average resistance. So even if we miss this, guess what?
Oh.
83 what? 5.
83.5. Bank number.
Boom, came, created our infamous M pattern. It's not the prettiest.
And it's gonna look pretty at the end though.
Look pretty at the end. So exactly, it's gonna look pretty at the end. So watch this though. If we saw this and we were like, okay, well, there are plenty of ways to enter this market, guys. I promise. The more confirmations you have, the better, the easier this stuff is. Because look, this daily average, this red line right here, this daily average support, resistance now became our. It now became our. Oh damn! I backtracked. Hold on 1 second. Okay, this was what I was looking for. I backtracked. Scratch that.
So it was the support, and now it became the resistance, right?
Yeah. So this is what I was looking for. Okay, boom. Hold on, let me see. Yep. This was what I was looking for. Okay. In the 1 hour, this is what I was looking for. Okay, so everything played out, even with what I just showed you earlier. So even if we knew this was our counter trend line, we knew we were at a bank number 85,000, right? Price, same thing. We know this red support line was our daily average resistance. So guys, it all played out. we could have used the same thing I just incorporated. But this trend line said, oh shit, trend line broke. Start identifying these numbers. Okay, we know it broke. It broke our daily average resistance, which is this red line. And all this was just a retest. Now the retest is taking us to the 84.80. You miss your entry at 84.80. That's okay. 84.50. Because guess what? Listen, even in this 84, look how this shit work. Even in this 84.50, if we broke this to 15, watch this. If we broke this to 15 and you wanted to get another good entry, you missed your 84.80. Watch this. Watch this. Missed it. If we missed this, that's okay.
Now we catch it at the 84.50.
Okay. Exactly. If we missed this, right? Say we missed this, well, okay, cool. We still creating this broke. Well, okay, we missed the 84.50. Well, where's 84? We missed the 84.80. Well, this broke our trend line on the 15. Broke right here. Well, let me identify where the 84.50 is at. Guys, that's right here is your point of interest. Come on, all seeing eye right here. This is where I'm looking for. I just need price to get around 84.50. If price rejects 84.50, I am selling. That's it. You already got your confirmation, right? We broke our nice trend line, point A to point B. The retest happened. We create all this mess up, all this, end patterns. We know it's gonna happen, manipulation. We identify the next back number. It's rejecting it, guys. That happens. Look for your bearish engulfing, bearish variation, and take the trade. Now you want to monitor this trade. Go back to your 30-minute time frame, right? Go back to your 30-minute time frame. Monitor the trade. Go back to your H1. If you want to, once I start teaching the trend line, you guys will know when to get out the trade, and this would have been nice. You can get TP smacked if you wanted to get out the trade at -27, -61. Once you took this, guys, that's not bad. It's smacked out TP, 400 pips, get out the market. Get out. You don't have to sit and dance and all this stuff, because there's always going to be room for another entry opportunity, guys. You don't got to be here 49 days, because I'm damn sure not going to be there for 40. So, yeah, guys, this was good. I like this. So let's see what's happening right now. Right now, we know price is at a 7.5 bank number. So right now, I need to see some more structure needs to happen within this.
Right.
I need to see some support. I need to see something like this. I need to see price just, doing this thing. It needs to give me a reason to look at it. Support is not being created. It's getting ready to be created. It hasn't been created. So right now, if you're looking for buy opportunities, it's more so waiting. It's a patience game right now. Because if you look at structure, watch this, y'all. If we look at structure, this is like 100% retrace. If there's anything, if I was to buy this, I would look to buy it back up to this high or something like that. But, and this is, I hope y'all got some value from this. I'm gonna put this in the chat, man. Y'all practice. If you have questions, hit me up, and I will answer it.
Man, thank you, Mike. That was solid, bro.
No problem.
Thank you, bro.
I'm gonna try to do
Mike.
some more. You're welcome, y'all. I'm gonna try to do some more, but I don't like to stay on schedules, man. Whoever show up. Okay? We'll go from there. But with that being said, man, y'all have a blessed weekend.